Hello Sagittarius, I am Ulrich, I am a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the work, money, business card reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March. I will try to make the reading as short as possible, but of course it's my intention to deliver you a quality product, so I will require some of your time. If you have questions, you can always post them in the comments below, and of course, as soon as I have time, I will answer. So Sagittarius, here we go for your work, money, business card reading for the month of March. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your work, money, business card reading for the month of March. As your first card here, we see the Tower. The Tower is the card of long and healthy life. In the current days, it applies on everybody of us. We need to see that we stay in good health. There's a lot of problems around us regarding the health situation in general in the world. So this card, if I would interpret this in general over the Sagittarius group, I would be careful what I'm doing with my body, especially in relationship to any obligations to take medication that is forced upon us in any way from your authorities or from the countries that you would be resident of. So be very careful. We only have one body. Trust your feelings, because we have the moon here, what you do, because we never know what are the long-term consequences of certain medication that is put upon us or that we are forced upon us. That is the first thing I wanted to say. Now, coming back to the card reading, here this card represents a long, healthy life. If we, of course, take care of our body in the right way and in a personal way here. And it tells us also that there is a certain need for structure in our life. Mostly there are no shortcuts in our life, and things need time. So here, sometimes we cannot overrule things. This card is ruled by Saturn. So Saturn takes time. Saturn we can only overcome by Saturn, and sometimes it's time and patience. You get the message here. Anyway, we must see here that that we must trust our feelings in a structural way. Maybe we need to bring some structure in our feelings. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it points that we need to be patient, consistent, and also disciplined. It doesn't mean that we need to be indoctrinated. That's something totally different. The central card here is the Moon. The Moon is the card of feelings, creativity, emotions. It's the way our mind works. So we need to follow our mind, not what is put upon us. It points also in the groups that we are functioning. We are quite popular. We receive most likely recognition, honors. We are popular. Also on the work front, we are quite popular. People like to be around us on the work floor. We are seen here as the person to go to if there is something. A lot of colleagues communicate in an open way with us here. This is what we are seeing here. But it's also about intuition here, creativity. So we need to be creative in our job. If we have an independent job, it points to us that we need to be creative and put this in a certain structure. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we should have a confidence after we take we see the big picture. We should trust in it, and that things will unfold in a positive way. But it will take some time with the Tower here. Anyway, if we are more, if we have more, we could have more solitude attitude here with the Tower, because the Tower is a little bit distance. Maybe this is related to your creativity, because sometimes if we are creative, creativity, sometimes it requires a little bit of distance. But here we are also with the Moon. After this period of creativity is past, or our work or creative work is finished here, we are asked to reach out to others here. This is what we are seeing here, and the responses that we are going to get are very positive. Then we're going to mirror the cards. We're going to mirror the Tower and the Letter. Here we see that this is news coming to us. This could be news from public. This could be public information that we are receiving. This is normally news. If you work in a company, I would say this is news from the highest authority, from CEOs, from our big boss actually. And this is a message related to the public. Maybe we are informing the public about something. This is what we are seeing here. This is official documentation, legal documents. Also, it can be maybe you are confronted with legal documents, not necessarily in a negative way, but some legal documents are coming to us. This could point to approvals, transaction here that we are coming. Maybe this is something, but it's possible also that you applied to something and you get a return because the tower returns, or it's something that you applied for before and now you get the answer, or you finally get the answer. Sometimes with the tower, it takes some time here. This is what we are seeing here, but this is official news that we are seeing here. Sometimes also it's company memos that we are seeing here. If you would work for a company or you send some general message in your business here. Anyway, the news could be a little bit distant. There, it's general news here that we are seeing here. Also, the news that we are getting, it's like informing but no reply. Don't answer to this message. This is what we are seeing here. Not that it's necessarily negative here. Then we gonna mirror the bottom cards here. We have the whip and the woman here. Here we see that we could have a certain argument with a woman. We have the two persons card here, so I have indication here that there is a quarrel here with a woman, disagreement here. There is some trouble here with the person. Here we see that with the heart in general, it points that also with this person, we have a likeness towards her. Because the heart means that we have a likeness, but nevertheless, there is a conflict here with this person, with this woman. Excuse me. It could be that this person is quite assertive, and for some, it will be that this person is quite aggressive here. This is what we are seeing here, or the response that we get from this woman could be quite assertive or aggressive here. It also points to that this person in another way is very energetic. They have a lot of energy. They know how to put a lot of energy. This is a physical type of person here. Sometimes also this points to a very good negotiator, a person who is very good for negotiation. For instance, this is a very good combination, these two cards, for a lawyer, for somebody or salesman who need to negotiate. Sometimes also it points with the heart in the middle that afterwards, after this communication or this difficult communication or this argument, that we make amends here. We are able here to make amends, but there could be some cynicism here, some judgmental things that are going on here. This is what we see here. Then we're gonna go in the lines. We see here the tower and the garden. This points to a place where we have been before, we have worked before. Maybe for some reason you worked with these people before, and something is coming back here. It can also mean that if you work for a company, that there is an enhancement here in your status. If you are independent, it means that you improve more. Your business is improving more. This is what we are seeing here. You improve more on the professional field, on the economical field, especially here with the letter here. The letter, sometimes it literally represents money, but it can also represent bonds, shares, all these things. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, again, here we see the public authorities here, which are possible also. It's possible that maybe this is a request and you are requested the same here again. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes this points also that we have certain authorities over the public. Maybe we are responsible for public relations, or we are responsible for sharing something with the public. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. This is somebody who can decide independently what is offered to the public or what is said to the public. This is what we are seeing here. This points mostly to a lot of rationality. We think wisely what we put in the public here. This is what we are seeing here. We know what we represent and we are aware what we represent. This is what we are seeing here. there is some, if we have a lot of communication with the public here, it also means that we keep a certain distance, but we have the moon in the middle. Maybe we need to adjust certain communications here and getting more emotionally involved. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the garden and the letter here. Here we see that we receive invitations to go somewhere, to go to a place. This could mean that we have an invitation with a place where there's a lot of documents, an institution that is related to money. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there are official documents. There is money here. Sometimes also this could be notary, lawyers. This is what we are seeing. We get an invitation for getting there. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but here we see that we are interconnected with these people. This is regarding a general announcement that we are making. Anyway, there's a lot of public communication here with this combination here. We communicate a lot with the audience here. This is what we are seeing here. And we are very clear here what we expressing. Then we have the man, the moon, and the fox. The man and the moon here, this points to a man because we have both person cards here. And this is, if this would be this, it's possible that these two people, they are a couple. Especially we have the moon here, and the moon is feelings. We have the heart there also. So it's possible in a way you are connected. I know this is not a love card reading, but since both are here, I need to mention this and I will touch the topic anyway. Here we see that this man also, he receives certain honors. He's respected for his work, because this is his job, for the way he is emotionally and creatively involved in his job. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible, again here, that we, if you are this woman, that you are attracted in a way to this person for his creativity, for his artistry, and also for the way he works, the way he execute his works. This is what we are seeing here. You could have the feeling that this man, he has, if you are this woman, that you have the idea or the feeling that that this man has a feeling for the trends that are about to come. He has like a lot of connection and depth with trends to come, with fashion to come, with creativity to come, anything that is related to the job, to the independency that we are doing. This is what we are seeing here. It's like there is a, I would almost say, a clairvoyant aspect here related to his job, to his creativity. This is a person with a lot of sensitivity. The moon sometimes also points to hormones. So here this person is also could be active in that way. Anyway, there's a lot of feelings here. Probably this man has a lot of feelings and creativity for his work. If you work with him for the job here, this is what we are with this combination. Anyway, it points also in a way that we feel restful in this person's company. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the moon and the fox here. Here we see with if there are certain offers coming to us, if you are this man or if you are this person, you need to be careful here with offers that are offered to you. Sometimes it's best to refuse and wait it out for a while. We have the tower there on the first card. Maybe there's structural something here that is not 100% in the hook. We need to be careful here. If we get offers here, you could feel a kind of suspicion. I'm not saying here that this is necessarily coming from this man, but if you are a man here and you get a business offer, a work offer, a creative offer, it's best to think for it and wait it out. The fox is a smart card. It operates between dusk and dawn. So it means that you need to move at the right time. The fox waits and he thinks about himself. Sometimes it's necessary for ourselves till it's the right time to move, till it's the right time to act. We need to think wisely. We need to make a plan. It's very important here. And self-care is very important. So be careful here with yourself. If certain offers come to you, think about it here with this combination. Sometimes also we need to be careful that we are not confronted with things that are forged, that are not real. this is what we are seeing here. So be careful here with this. But anyway, this is a very creative combination that we are seeing here on the personal front here. There could be some things here also that we deny here. Then here also we see that it's possible for a certain period that we withdraw in ourselves. If we are an artistic person, it could be. Also, it points to recognition of our business. We are well liked, the people like our business here, but we need to be careful personally that we are not influenced by somebody who tries to trick us here. This is what we are seeing here, but there are deep emotions here on the personal front here. Then we have the whip, the heart, and the woman. The whip and the heart here, here we see, again, here we see a lover's quarrel. There could be amends later, but there we see a quarrel here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe after there is a resolution, but it doesn't mean there is no heartache here, because this points also to heartache with this combination. There's could be also some kind of stress here in the relationship between those two people here. And it's possible that one of these two persons is literally losing their heart here. This is what we are seeing also with this combination. Anyway, it could point that one of both parties or both parties, their feelings are a little bit hurt. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe we need to make a more gentle approach. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible here that what is also possible here, because we have returning cards here. This is a returning card. This is a card that returns from the past. The moon as a cycle. So he returns also, or he or she returns also. It could mean here that we reconsider a certain conflict here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we had bad emotional experience with each other and that we reconsider here. This is what we are seeing here. We could be a little bit too soft. We could feel too soft here when it comes to retribution here. This is what we are seeing here, and we are able to forgive ourselves here, and if we want, we can let go of it. Then we have the heart and the woman. This is a person that would be very close to this man here. It can point to a lover that we are having here. It could also be a partner here, somebody who we have a crush on. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of part. Anyway, there's a lot of energy transfer here to these people. There could also be a lot of energy, sexual energy transfer. This is possible also. It could literally be our partner, but not necessarily. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see again here that we are able to forgive with the heart. We are able to forgive, even though we had a heart quarrel here with this person. We give solace here. We forgive. This is what we are seeing. There's a kind of romance here between the two people, a kind of infatuation. This is what we are seeing here. With the fox, I want to mention this here. The fox is a very good card for business, for protecting yourself, for advancing in your life. But on the front of love relationship, this card is half-hearted. So be careful. Maybe one of both persons is not 100% with his heart in the relationship. Maybe some things need to be adjusted here, and one of both might not be 100% in this relationship, or they are together for other reasons than the heart. This is what we are seeing here. Then we go on in vertical lines. We have the tower, the man, and the whip. Here we see it's possible that the man he has more experience. He is more higher placed than the woman here, because the tower is high, so he's higher placed. And also sometimes it points to more maturity or older age. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if we are reconnecting with this person, because the moon can be a reconnection, if we reconnect with this person, this is possible also with the tower, and some things out of the past are coming back. Maybe we need to make amends with each other. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, it could be your boss, but it will not apply on everybody, or you're responsible, because as I said, the tower represents the CEO, the big boss of a company. Anyway, this person points to a very ambitious person that we are seeing here. He could be on the business front, he could be a little bit distant to you, but it doesn't mean there are no hidden emotions here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this can also point to an official, an expert here. This is what we are seeing, but the least what we can say is this is a person who wants to be in a top position or is in a top position. This is what we are seeing here. This person has authority, a certain authority here. This is also a person in a structural way who knows exactly what they are doing, how to achieve certain goals, how to proceed in life. He has the right abilities here for doing so, especially with the fox here. This person knows on the career front exactly what he's doing here. Then we have the man and the whip on itself here. Here also, I need to say here, it's for both parties here. Both of these persons have quarrelsome personalities. Maybe this is what attracts them to them. It's like they both are negotiators. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that this man is temporary in some kind of problem. It doesn't mean that the problems will not be solved, but it's possible that he had a quarrel with somebody or with an authority placed above him, and he is in some kind of temporary trouble. This is what we are seeing here. He could also, as the woman is, be quite assertive, and he will not bend easy. This is because he has a certain structure. Maybe he's more mature. Maybe he will not bend because of the structure of the experience that he has. Also, he has the right emotions. He knows he's emotionally secure. He's emotionally sure what he's doing. He knows he's experienced. He knows he's creative. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the garden, the moon and the heart. The garden and the moon here, it means that these maybe I mentioned earlier, there's an invitation. And here we see that these people might meet at a common invitation, or they re-meet here. This is what we are seeing here. They could meet at a creativity place. They are like-minded, and they are there at the right moment at the right time. There's some between these two people, there's a kind of like-mindedness here. This is what we are seeing here. And the moon is often what connects us to a partner. It's the moon, it's the higher mind, it's the way we think. This is what we are seeing here. This sometimes it can point also to literally to a love affair. We appreciate each other's success, even though we are in different fields of work, or our work is in a different approach. There's a kind of association here. We are here in social contexts, also connected with each other here. There's a kind of physical and emotional connection here between the two people. Also, in a way, there is a lot of emotions here between these two people. I know this is a professional, that this is more on the professional field than on the work field, but this is what is the card saying. So I need to say here what is in the cards here. It's very, this card reading is very much on the emotional, creativity and structural front here. There are deep emotions here. The moon and the heart here are deep emotions. This could be related to both these people, their work. They are very closely connected to their work. They have a lot of fulfillment of their work. They are very creative, both of them. They see their work as very creative here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, there's we have the money card here. In a way, this is a money card. The money is also there. So anyway, here coming back to the moon and the heart here, we see that we need to let go of certain things in our life, and we need to move on here. If there are certain love wishes between these two persons, this is possible also. With the moon and the heart, even though they quarrel, there are love possibilities here, but they need to move on here, because a passionate romance here is possible. If they forget, they move on, because they have a similar abilities here, and they are actually quite compatible, these two people here. And then we have the letter, the fox and the heart. We could receive some news that is a little bit distressing regarding ours, or it's stressful news that we are seeing here. In another way, if you work for a company, it's possible that you receive a job offer. It might not be that you specifically applied for something, but here we see that there is a job offer. If you are an independent person, it's possible that a certain contract is coming to you. Be careful with the contract. As we said here, double check the fine print here. If you don't know about contracts, maybe it's best here to let yourself guide by a lawyer, so the contract is safe. If you go into it, especially read the fine print. This is what we are seeing here, but it could mean a job offer or a work offer in our creativity. This is what we are seeing here, or it could be work-related documents. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it could be a connection here that we have with certain people regarding the job that brings certain benefits. This is what we are seeing here. And we will communicate out of a self-interest. We will check out what is really there, because the fox sometimes is an investigative card. So you will investigate what is really in there. You will check, but you will proceed here cautiously. If not, you should proceed in a cautious way before agreement here. You could have the feeling that something is off here, and maybe it is. So that's why I mentioned earlier, see if you are not aware of contracts and agreements, you could ask the advice of a certain expert. This is what we are seeing here, like a lawyer or whatever applies on you. Anyway, we see here that we work with documents. Sometimes also it points that we are responsible for monies. This is also, especially here, this relays on the money here, on the woman here. Anyway, this is also a person. If we see this on this woman, it could be, if you're this man, that you have difficulty to assess the woman. She could have a certain depth, and this depth could be difficult to reach for us. Maybe sometimes we don't know how to approach her, because there's a certain depth here in the woman that we are seeing here, that we are unable maybe to reach. This is what we are seeing also. Then we see if we can add that here, something with the cross. We have the Tower, the Moon, and the woman. The Tower and the Moon here, it tells us that we, again, here we see the popularity here. Sometimes also it can point that if we are popular in certain elite circles, it could mean that we have high-placed friends. If we were this man, I would say that we have a lot of high-placed, maybe financially well-off women who are interested in our work. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, it could be that this woman, in a way, she can influence certain things for getting certain promotions. In a way, these two are intertwined. This is what we are seeing here. It doesn't mean that this person cannot be independent. He can, but here we see there's an influence from this woman for getting higher up in life here. This woman could also be, or both of these persons, they could be a kind of an expert in the field, exactly what they are doing. It's like they are both experts in their field. This could be in the field of art. It could also be in the field of emotions. Sometimes this is also psychology, because the moon is psychology. It's possible also that in a way they are related to psychological professions, emotional professions. This is what we are seeing here. And there is a connection between the two of them here. Anyway, here we see also that sometimes we might to keep up, or we are obligated to keep up certain appearances and certain professional distance, although we are emotionally intertwined. Maybe the meetings are secret, but there is an emotional intertwine on the professional field. It's like the two of them keep distance, but it's difficult to hide, but they will hide. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, in certain ways, we are unable to show emotions. This is what we are seeing here. But in a way, we feel like we need to soften up, but maybe professionally, it's not possible here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes it means that there are certain moments that we would like to be closer to this person and we feel a little bit lonely. Sometimes we feel rational, and then sometimes we feel a need here. This is what we are seeing here. We need to face here, we need to keep clear-headed here, but it doesn't mean that we are not emotionally intertwined. It could be a little bit difficult here. Then we have the moon and the woman here. This points to also the woman, as I said here, she has the same characteristics as the woman. Both are compatible. This is what we are seeing here. Also from her side, this is hormones and this is hormones. So they are both connected in a hormonal way with each other. This is what we are seeing here. Both persons have a certain depth. This is what we are seeing here. Also, they have a certain psychological depth here. They think on the same emotional soul level. This is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of feelings here connected here, even though sometimes maybe they are required to keep some distance. This points to talents, what we are having here. We could be also in the spotlight. This is what we are seeing, or both of them are in the spotlight. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the letter, the moon, and the whip. The letter and the moon here, it points to an invitation, successful applications, as we are seeing. We see the honors here again here. And also it points here that there is an invitation. There's an invitation, one of both. We are in different times. Maybe the woman invites the man invites the woman. There's an invitation here, especially with the heart here. There's a romantic invitation. So one of both will invite the other. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe this is, there were some romantic messages before, secret messages here. This is what we are seeing here. It's like these people, sometimes they might guide each other. This is what we are seeing, but it's not excluded here that there are some love messages, even a love letter here. They could have the feeling, even though they quarrel sometimes here, that they are destined for each other. This is what we are seeing here. It's like you could feel that these messages are like, it's like a message of fate here. If you communicate, it will not be only butterfly letters, but you actually will have also conversations that are deep. As I said here, there's the moon, the moon connection is there here. Anyway, we build up more feelings for this person as things go on. There are emotional conversations here. The moon sometimes also, it makes us a little bit fear. It gives us fear. The moon has a dark side, and we could have the feeling like, how far are we going to go with this? This is what we are seeing here. The moon sometimes can, for opening up here, I mean, we could be a little bit fearful for that here, but you will see here, there's a lot of unconscious signals. And it always is confirmed. It's always is confirmed. The moon is turning around. It has a circle. The tower is coming back. So here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. And as I said, if we work hard, it could be that we literally rest together. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the tower and the whip. As I said here, this is refers then again to what we saw before. I see here, if this is a very psychological connections here. This also sometimes refers to emotions and sex that are connected here. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Sometimes also the moon is imagination, and we have certain wishes with this person on that front, on the sexual front here. We have certain imaginations, I think both parties have here, but it's also a good combination for social progress here, what we are seeing here, but it will require some energy. If people would try to try to do some certain things for put our work in a bad daylight, we will not agree with this combination. We will struggle for it and we go into it. We will not accept this here. We will battle here for our honor. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There's a lot of there's a kind of honor here in the personal things that we are seeing here. It's possible also with this combination that this sometimes points also to regressive dreams. Something that happened in this person's life in the past could be coming back to their dreams here. This is what we are seeing here. Certain fears that we could be confronted with are coming back to us in our dreams here. It's for balancing ourselves out. This is what we are seeing here. What we see more here. This is also ambition for our ideals that we are seeing here, strong emotions that we are seeing here related to each other. If these people are deciding to interact with each other, there's a very strong connection. Also, if they connect or they decide to connect in the bedroom here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. I wanted to make a more work, business, money, but everything, it's related. All these two persons are professionally connected, intertwined, but also emotional. It's like these, I would almost say, like it's destined to be here, that they are professionally and emotionally connected with each other. And it's not necessarily a bad combination, although they have some struggles and difference of opinion here. This is what we are seeing here. With this combination. Anyway, here we see we could have, I mentioned earlier here, there is some dreams that are coming to us and certain things in our life that we experienced in the past. Both of these people could have still processing this. Maybe something difficult, very difficult happened in the past and you're still processing. This is what we are seeing here. But on the creative field, it's not necessarily a bad thing because it could influence our work in a positive way because it's a very energetic combination here. If we guide it or if we ventilate it in the right way, this is what we are seeing here. It's possible because these people are similar, there are certain emotions popping up here and that they think that they don't understand each other because they experience the same, but actually they do. So this is all Sagittarius for your card reading for the month of March. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. It's quite a good card reading that we are having here. There's strong attachments here. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If you want more information, we do also more specific financial card readings for the sign of Sagittarius, so you can check out the site. Also, we do psychological, philosophical card readings, and sometimes they are a very good addition to the card readings. Anyway, we never know too much. If you want to see more, just check the other videos that are there for you for the month of March. Anyway, Sagittarius, thank you for your time. Thank you for subscribing and see you next time.